Good day, grade 12s. This is part 1 of a series of 4 videos about fertilizers. But allow me to quickly give you a summary of exactly what we are going to do. First, we are going to do a little bit of theory and look at non-mineral nutrients as well as the primary nutrients. After that, we will look at calculating the percentage of these primary nutrients present in fertilizers. These are a bit different than the mole calculations that you are used to. The bulk of this chapter is about creating 2 fertilizers, namely ammonium nitrate and ammonium sulfate. You'll have to know which substances we add together to create these 2 nutrients, and you need to know how these substances are created in practice. In practice, these substances are created using the Haber, Oswald and contact process. In this chapter there's not such a lot of work to understand, but there's a lot of work to learn off by heart, and I hope these videos will assist you in that. But let's start with the non-mineral nutrients. What are they and where do they come from? Our non-mineral nutrients are carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and we get them from the atmosphere as well as rain and water. By now you should know that CO2 is a greenhouse gas and one of the products of burning fossil fuels. But it's also a source for carbon as well as oxygen. Our primary nutrients are nitrogen, phosphorus, as well as potassium. These nutrients have very specific functions in fertilizers. Nitrogen is usually used to enhance the growth of leaves. So to ensure a nice crop of spinach or lettuce, you'll definitely have a fertilizer with a high nitrogen content. Phosphorus ensures that both seeds as well as roots in plants are firm and strong. So if you are producing carrots, make sure that you have a high phosphorus content in your fertilizer. Potassium all over helps your plants to be more resilient against elements in nature as well as droughts. If you are cultivating plants in areas that has high temperature ranges or a lot of drought, you will make sure that you have a high potassium content in your fertilizer. Usually you will buy fertilizer in a bag like this. It has some kind of ratio and then some kind of number in brackets. What does all of this mean? Well, if we look at this ratio 3 to 1 to 5, it gives you the ratio in which your primary nutrients are present in this fertilizer. In the brackets, it gives you the percentage of this fertilizer that consists of your primary nutrients. So on this bag, we can read this information as follows. 26% of this bag contains primary nutrients. These nutrients are made up of the following. For every 3 parts of nitrogen, there will be 1 part phosphorus and 5 parts potassium present. So if you look at the content, this 26% is altogether divided in 3 plus 1 plus 5, which is 9 parts. In the exam, they might ask you how much potassium you would find would be present in 10 kilograms of fertilizer. So how do we work this out? Well, the first thing that we know is in 10 kilograms of fertilizer, only 20% of that 10 kilograms contains the nutrients, the primary nutrients. So first we calculate in 20% how much is 20% of 10 kilograms. So that's 26 divided by 100, which is 0.26 times 10, will give me 2.6 kilograms. That 2.6 kilograms can be divided in 3 plus 1 plus 5, which is 9 parts. Of these 9 parts in total, 3 parts will consist of nitrogen, 1 part will consist of phosphorus, and 5 parts will be potassium. So I know 5 out of 9 parts of 2,6 kilograms is the amount of potassium that I have. In order to calculate that, I have the 5 out of 9, or 5 over 9, times the 2.6, which is 26% of the 10 kilograms. And this gives me a total of 1,44 kilograms of potassium that is present. Let's see if you clearly understand this calculation. I'm going to give you an opportunity to do this calculation on your own. Now look at this fertilizer. In this fertilizer I have the ratio 2 to 3 to 2. Remember, that is my nitrogen to phosphorus to potassium ratio. How much nitrogen will I find in 7 kilogram fertilizer? Why don't you try to complete this on your own? After you try this on paper, do watch the next video for the solution. Good luck!